September. And Rick is going to welcome all of us here this afternoon.
Welcome. Welcome to the Susquehanna Valley Ethical Society, better known by our members as the Valley, and also to those who are watching the recording of today's platform. I welcome you. My name is Rick Nye, and I've been a member of the Valley since its founding in 2016. I currently serve on the board and on our Ethical Action Committee. I'm so glad you have chosen to join us this afternoon. Visitors, if you'd like to receive Valley news or further information from us, please provide your contact information in the chat feature found at the bottom of your screen. The Susquehanna Valley Ethical Society is a community of all walks of life that learns and grows together through shared values, doing good, and nurturing the human spirit. We are a safe and courageous place in which members can build a community of friends, find inspiration and purpose, provide moral education for their children, celebrate seasons and life events, and clarify their worldviews. Welcome.
Thank you, Rick. Glad to have you with us today. And Phyllis, Phyllis has a few announcements for us.
We do have a few announcements. This week is our monthly board meeting. That is Wednesday, the 15th at 6 o'clock. Next Sunday, which is September 19th, we have Dr. Carol Wayne White, who is a professor of religious studies at Bucknell. She's going to be talking on religious naturalism, which is a synthesis of naturalistic ideas that often depart from the traditional forms of religious thinking. So there's a whole lot more to that on our website, but that's the synopsis you get from me. So that should be very exciting. Going on today and also next Sunday is our secular ethical education for kids, better known as SEEK. So again, if you hear any kids in the background, as I was doing earlier, they're outside and enjoying learning about ethical education. And on September 25th, we're having what I am referring to as boots on the ground. That is, we are going to be in front of the post office in Lewisburg, and we're going to be talking to people about what the Valley is, and we have some brochures we can hand out. We're going to try and educate people about who we are and hopefully increase our friends and our membership.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I want to welcome our special guests that we have here with us this afternoon. We have Lindsay Wilson from Brooklyn in New York City. And Lindsay is a folk artist and songwriter. And thank you, Jay, for contacting Lindsay and setting this up. This is just a wonderful time to have music beginning here, our fall sessions, and having Lindsay share some fantastic music that she'll be performing. Just a brief sentence or two that I got off the internet. Lindsay wows crowds by embracing issues of the heart and mind. Songs of love, songs of protest, and lyrics of empowerment are all a true representation of her style and sensibilities. And I even on our Facebook page, I had found a couple of Lindsay's tunes that I was hoping folks would, check out before they joined us here today. So welcome, Lindsay. And then we have Anthony Cruz with us. Yay, Anthony. We're excited to have you here today. Anthony is interning with us for several weeks. He arrives at our ethical society in a capacity to support the development and sustainability of ethical practice. Anthony has earned a master's in theological studies from Andover Newton Seminary at Yale Divinity School. As a humanist celebrant and associate chaplain by the Humanist Society, Anthony works at the intersection of ethics, constructive theologies, and decolonial orientations of culture to understand the human condition. The queer Afro, I'm not going to pronounce this correctly, Boricua identity deeply informs their engagement with ethics and relationality. So Jay, can you better pronounce, or Anthony, better pronounce that term that I really butchered?
Boricuan or Boricua. And it actually, the best way to describe that, Anthony, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is just basically the relationship between the mainland and Puerto Rico. That's normally how I've understood it, unless Anthony wants to correct me. You gonna make me guess?
I think this would be a broader conversation to be
This is
had.
a broader conversation. It's a little bit deeper than what I said, but it's so hard to sum up in a very short way.
Yeah,
But thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Yeah, I listened last evening to ways to pronounce that, and every place I listened, there was a different pronunciation. And so, yeah, I'm sorry, Anthony, that I butchered it so badly, but welcome for being with us. I also, though we don't have any of the parents of the children who are right now out on the other side of our building with our Ethical Education for Kids program, I want to welcome the parents and the children attending our Valley Free School. This is the beginning of the fall session. And we had our registration end last week. We are fully booked, 13 children enrolled. And Mike, 13, how many? There are 13 kids. All of them showed up this afternoon that were registered. So the teachers are Jesse Olmstead and Jen Baer. And they today's theme is all about me. And the kids will be listening to two stories, The Day You Begin and The Colors of Us. And afterwards, they're going to be creating life-size portraits of themselves. And I can't wait when these are finished. Jesse feels that it's going to be taking today and next Sunday to complete them. And then I'm looking forward for the children to share those. Of course, the kids are outside wearing masks and doing, what is necessary to be safe. Now, Mike and I and my mother, June, who is sitting off in another part of the room, we are here in the Heater Center where we meet most Sundays. And there's no one else in this room with us, so that is why we have our masks off. And we're going to continue watching the numbers and trying to determine, how long we're going to be, doing the virtual, if there's a way that we can, have some people come in and be with us in person. Yeah, it's really up in the air right now here in our county. So I'd like to talk to you about why we meet here as a community. We meet to deepen our sense of the meaningfulness of life, to shine light on the ideas with which we guide our choices, to give us courage to take the higher path, and to get to know one another over time, and appreciation of each one's unique and incomparable worth. Together, we work for a world where love and justice cross all borders. And we have our statement of affirmation. I don't know if you're able to see my lined up at all. If you can read that, you can follow along with me as I read our words together. We affirm the worth, dignity, and uniqueness of every human being. So we're going to move to Anthony for a moment to center us and prepare us for our time together. So Anthony, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, everyone. I just welcome you to center. If you are able in the space that you are currently in, if you are not wearing shoes, please put the sole of your feet firm on the ground. And let us begin. Our lives are always in motion. There are always opportunities for growth. And two words that serve as a catalyst: yes, an immediate affirmation; no, which might call for a reassessment of the vision, idea, or dream at hand. These two launch us into a clash of emotions that are felt within our inner core, our bodies, impacting our sense of worth, and maybe even producing doubt. This centering practice is an invitation to dive deep into your individual or shared memories, narratives, vocational aspirations, in other words, your life this far, and meet at the look of those no's with new understanding, honoring where you are now. As you hear these words, pay close attention to your responses within and in your outer exterior. Potentially, as you are part of this community, an incubator of endless possibilities, may this space be a port to rest, re-energize, tend to hurt, wounds, and know that you are able to exist in your wholeness and rooted in the freedom found in embracing your being. Ashe.
Thank you, Anthony. And now, I believe we're going to have Lindsay perform for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
This song is called Superman, and it really leans very much on the topic of turning no into a yes, because we need the power. We need to know that we have the power to do so. So I'm hoping that this song will reflect some of that. Here we go. It's called Superman. It's a dawn of a new day, baby. Better make your own way if you can. You're on your own now, darling. There is no Superman no more, coming to save your world and tell all the bad guys bye-bye. All that you have left is yourself and your human desire for freedom. Human desire for freedom. Try not to walk lock, step, walk to the cadence in your head, 'cause the world's dancing on to its own song. And I won't be no Superman to pull your butt out of the fire. All that you have left is yourself and your raging desire. Ain't no Superman to come to your rescue. All you ever had was yourself and every reason to live now. Human desire to live. The human desire, yeah. Yeah, now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's the dawn of a new day, baby, take it in as much as you can. What you see is history, and the world will be the same again. And I won't be no Superman telling you everything go right. All you ever had was yourself. You're the hero this time, no Superman at your beck and call. All you ever had was yourself and every reason to shine, baby, baby. Every reason, yeah. Let me help you understand. You are more than a Superman. You're a hero, blood and bone. And this place here is your home. We were born to be the truth, shining like a star, living proof. Leave those capes and shoes alone. You got powers of your own. Ain't no Superman. You are the hero. Ain't no Superman. More power to the people. Ain't no Superman. 'Cause you got powers of your own.
Woo! Superman, love
I'm
it.
on today
love
with
it.
that.
All right, all right.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Folks
I love
tuning
it.
All right.
in later are gonna love it. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
All right. Thank you for that ear. Thank you for the listening ear. Thanks.
Thank you so much. It's so good to see all of you. So good if you are joining us virtually, whether you see us on Facebook, whether this is being viewed on YouTube, we welcome you to this space. We thank you for coming to the Valley and enjoying us and celebrating with us the beauty of life, the worth of life, and most of all, the power of integrity. Welcome to this space. We are so grateful to have all of you. I will kick off. I am J. Exodus Hooper. Some of you probably have seen me on the Ethical Evangelist on IG or as well as Facebook. And it's so good to be with, of course, the Valley as always. I am the consulting leader here and just want to share with you today's message, which is cultivating our no into a yes. And as we enter into this space, I want to be able to, at the same time, before we move into this message, is hold space for just the reflection, a small reflection regarding 9/11 as it was of yesterday. And some of us probably had the opportunity to join in some kind of festivity of some kind of memorial or some kind of celebration in itself. Which is hard to celebrate, right? But at the same time, it is a moment of memory. And so I just want to honor that space. And if we can just sit for a moment of silence for 30 seconds and let us just take in the moment of remembering those who were lost, those who actually came to the rescues of those, and those families that are still in many ways wounded and scarred from that past. Thank you so much. We definitely hold, of course, New York, we hold all of those families, and we also hold our nation deeply in our heart today and as of yesterday. I want to share with you, if I may, a book. This book is 1,000 No's. It is in reverse, probably for some of you. And I will say it is probably one of the most interesting books I've found, as I love to search for children's books. Anyone who knows me knows I love a good children's book, and that is probably the educator in me that still lingers. But this book is written by DJ Corchin and also illustrated by Dan Daughtry. 1,000 No's. We're going to go through this book, and I'll be honest with you, you'll probably be like, I'm not reading the pages on this book, but just for the sake of, for those who want to get this book, and also for the respect of the author, all copyrights belong to them. So I want to make sure that you get a chance to at least see some of the pages, and I will exegete, or in many ways interpret the book so that we can gain a better understanding. 1,000 No's. Let's see here. There we go. I can do it just like that. So she had a great idea. Or at least she thought she did. That's when she got her first no. So we all know how no's work. No's are not necessarily the things we want to hear. No's can be so heavy that they weigh us down. And we think that we can handle one no. And a lot of times that one no seems to kind of get us still motivated. It doesn't discourage us, but it does make us reluctant. And of course, what happens is when you get another no, you really become a little bit more discouraged. You're not just reluctant or reserved. There is something though about no's. These no's can sometimes just find themselves to be very attached, and they begin to get attracted to our life, the way that we move in the world. Our greatest idea, whether it is a business plan, whether it is something for our family, whether it is a vacation, whether it is our music, whether it is in many ways simple relationship, to hear a no can be one of the most overbearing, overweighted things. And as you can see, our dear friend is struggling with her no's and how heavy they are. And what happens is sometimes our ideas are attacked, not only just attached, but now attacked, because our idea begins to get attacked. We begin to feel inferior. We begin to break. We begin to feel insecure. And these are normal things that happen when we hear the word no. We don't even want to give out our idea after we've heard no. We shrink in places where we are possibly called to be brave. And in many ways in society, we keep hearing so many no's. And they begin to get inside of our heads or our ideas. And we wrestle We wrestle because we see, and we struggle because we see that the no's are literally infecting our ideas. They are changing our ideas. They're manipulating our ideas of what we thought was a great idea, and they are in many ways hurting our ideas. What do you do when you see so many no's? When the no's seem bigger than your idea? When every person, business, promotion, opportunity comes with a no. There's something very interesting, though, as we go through this book. We see all these no's getting into the ideas. And I want to pause, if I may. Ruby Sales was in an era of no's. And she was in many ways cultivated into the biggest yes. People like Dr. King saw no's, and the people and his community saw a lot of no's. No's to a point where there were you couldn't ride on the bus or the front of it. No's regarding voting rights. No's regarding healthcare. No's regarding equality. And King continued even to reach his biggest yes. Even down to September 11th. That, in many ways, is a no to democracy, challenging the very steps that it rests on. It is a no that hit this nation hard. And in many ways, many people thought, no, we cannot rebuild. And we cannot stand after all of this. Those no's continue. And it's our greatest no's that constantly require for us to rethink what we thought was a big idea. If you can see in here, you can see she's got several no's now. And with every no, sometimes it really takes drastic measures. These drastic measures sometimes require for us to call some helping hands. We are not our only Superman, as our songwriter just sung. And in many ways, our no's need to be broken down to new possibilities. There are many of us who have received no's. We probably received no's because of for the way we look, for the way we think, for our abilities, for our inaccessibility. Maybe a no because of our finances, a no because of our qualifications. These no's, if we look very carefully, we get some good friends to help us cultivate our no's, redirect our no's, flip our no's, rearrange our no's. And sometimes we need to do that, regardless of with anyone's vision. Help them look at the no that they experience. Help them get to a place where they want to cultivate really their biggest yes. Cultivate their nearest truth. Help them see themselves in ways that they didn't yet imagine, even if it was a great idea. What do you do when you reach 1,000 no's? My gosh, I myself have seen 1,000 no's possibly. Surely, we build and we redirect our no's so that we can build to our greatest yes. What is our greatest yes today? As you can see, this yes is built out of a lot of no's, 1,000 of them to be exact. I want to encourage us within the valley to take the moments where someone or anyone has said no to you, has made you feel small, or shrunk your ideas, or manipulated those ideas. One of the greatest things about being a part of this community is that we look to take care of our yeses. We try to find the yes in each of us. That very thing that looked to be not so good of an idea becomes our greatest idea in this community. And it's because of the fact that we are invested in the integrity and the dignity and the worth of each person in this space. It is that cultivates the greatest yes. It is the fact that we, even in the words of Felix Adler, elicit the best. And if I may change that a bit, we elicit the yes in all of us. We have the ability to take the moment, and that moment that made you feel like you didn't belong, and create your belonging, and at the same time work on your becoming. And that is the yes. It's the yes that we have all waited for, to be accepted as who we are, to bring our best self to the room, to allow for us to be all that we have hoped to be, and in many ways, not only improve it, but enhance it. Let's just be real. Sometimes we need a moment with even the no's to help us make up our mind. We'll put on a beautiful smile on our face. We'll go ahead and make up our mind to say, yes, I can. In many ways, we are struggling because we have not heard the yes. We don't even know how to say yes to others because we haven't heard the biggest yes. No telling. There's no telling how you can help somebody else achieve their yes until you receive your yes. But practice giving yourself a yes. Believe in your ideas. Believe in your vision. Believe in your community. Believe in that which everyone else doesn't know how it's going to happen, so that you can participate, forge, collaborate in many ways with others, and cultivating that yes. We need those today. Trust me, it helps us build a stronger and better community. And all of that said, no matter how big the no is or how many no's you've heard, know that you got me and a few here in this community that are helping and waiting to help you cultivate your yes, because we elicit the yes in you.
Thank you, Jay, for that. When I first heard you do this talk on your Facebook page a week or so ago, I knew it was a message that needed to be shared with our community, and knowing that, yeah, I've heard my share of no's. Some very, very recently, feeling a little rawness with it right now, but knowing that my yes and my seek for the yes is, I'm so passionate with it, and I'm not giving it up. Is there, would you like for us to continue with anyone who wants to?
Yeah, anyone who wants to reflect on this brief message, you know, it is truly open for grabs. You know, I know we can take that moment to really build on that, and let's cultivate the yes now.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, maybe we'll go ahead and have our closing, and then folks who want to stay on for some further reflection on this. Does that sound okay? Okay. All right, good. So going to share our closing. This is how we've been closing for quite a while now. Sort of sets us off on the week ahead and giving us that, maybe it's giving us that yes that we need to move forward this week. So I will now share those closing words. Go, create justice, create love, be the way to peace, be the truth of peace, be the light of peace. Go, be the power in the human spirit.